Now, food infection or food poisoning. It occurs when a person consumes contaminated food, means the food which is contaminated by live pathogenic microorganisms. So once it enters inside and grow and multiply, causes food infection. This is nothing but food poisoning. So food infection, how it happens? Inadequate cooking, poor personal hygiene or hand hygiene practices, poor sanitary practices, and cross contamination. These are the few examples of food infection or food poisoning. Examples are Vibrio cholerae or Vibrio paramyliticus in raw seafood, or Salmonella in improperly cooked chicken or improperly cooked eggs, E. coli in contaminated water, and Listeria monocytogenes in ready to eat foods. Food intoxication occurs when a person consumes food which is already containing toxins produced by the microorganisms. The bacteria may no longer present, but the toxin causes illness. How it happens? Improper cooling, food left at dangerous zone after cooked for several hours, means +6 to below 60 degrees centigrade. That's a dangerous zone. And improper storage practices. These are the few examples for food intoxication. Staphylococcus aureus toxin. So Staphylococcus in seafood industry, shrimp processing industry, especially in a batter mix, while doing breading product. So the batter mix is the possible chances of toxin formation, enteric toxin. Staphylococcus will produce, if temperature abuses will occur, Staphylococcus aureus will produce enterotoxins. That's the best example. And in cream pastries and in dairy products also, temperature abuses may occur. So the cream pastries also, Staphylococcus aureus toxin will produce. It's a kind of enterotoxin. Enterotoxin means pertaining to the stomach. It targets on the stomach in intestinal cells. So the intestine is lined by epithelial cells, so which stimulates on the intestinal mucosa. So that's what the toxins. Abdominal cramps, vomiting, diarrhea, these are the symptoms. And the Staphylococcus toxin, enterotoxin, which is heat stable toxin. Then next, another kind of toxins like cooked rice, if you keep in room temperature, the Bacillus cereus bacteria will produce emetic toxin. That is also heat stable toxin. Emetic toxin means vomiting sensation. Once you eat the food, if after cooking you keep the food for several hours, or from any starch based food like potato or any starch based foods, you keep at room temperature for several hours, the Bacillus cereus produces emetic toxins. It's a kind of vomiting sensation and diarrhea will occur. These are the symptoms. And Clostridium botulinum. So botulinum toxin. Botulinum toxin in improperly canned products or meat gravy, the botulinum toxin will produce improperly canned products especially. Food intoxication symptoms may appear in 1 to 6 hours, whereas food infection or food poisoning symptoms may appear 6 to 72 hours. The difference is food infection means you ingest the food which contains live pathogenic microorganism or live pathogenic bacteria. Food intoxication means you ingest the food which is having toxins produced by the bacteria. Botulinum toxin is highly potent toxin. It's a kind of neurotoxin. The symptoms may appear in 12 to 36 hours once you ingest the food which is containing toxins produced by the Clostridium botulinum. The symptoms like drooped eyelids, slurred speech, blurred vision or double vision, difficulty in swallowing, and some paralytic symptoms will appear. These are the few symptoms of botulinum toxin. how we can prevent the formation of these food intoxication or food poisoning. First one is strict temperature control. A food can be served in chill condition below 4 degrees centigrade, a warm condition above 6 degrees centigrade. Either you keep the food below 4 degree or above 6 degrees centigrade. That's one. And the second one is maintaining good hygiene practices, good personal hygiene practices, and prevent the cross contamination. Proper cooking also required. So thoroughly we have to cook the food, and proper cooling also. These are the few examples. How can we control the food infection or food intoxication? That's all about the video. Thank you, universe, for giving me the opportunity to learn and share the knowledge to the needy. Thank you and bye.